Hello friends, I'm Tim Wildsmith, and in this video I'm going to show you a Bible that I had honestly never even heard about until it arrived at my house. And after just a few days of spending time with it, it has quickly become one of my favorite ESV Bibles ever. So a few days ago, I got a package in the mail. It was from Anglican Liturgy Press, the folks that made this right here, the only time I've ever reviewed something from them, the new Coverdale Psalter. Probably two and a half years ago that I reviewed this. A lot of people loved it. Really great little psalm book. They produce, it's the publishing house of, I believe it's the ACNA, the Anglican Church of North America. So they produce the Book of Common Prayer, things like this. What I didn't know is that they had made an ESV Bible, and that is what was in there. It's right here. I'm about to reveal it to you. It's simply called the ESV Bible with Apocrypha from Anglican Liturgy Press. It's a beautiful edition. When I first opened it, I was just blown away. A beautiful hardcover. It's a bonded leather overboard. It's got lovely ribbons. It's got several nice little touches in the design of it. Then I opened it up and I saw that the paper was fantastic. It's actually 50 GSM paper. Then I looked inside and found that it was printed and bound by L.E.G.O in Italy, which is one of the best Bible printers out there in the world. And then I started looking. This was fun. I had to go on a little bit of an adventure. I looked at the text block and I thought, this reminds me, my first thought was, it reminds me of the ESV Thin Line Bible, a classic design from Crossway. But I know it's not the ESV Thin Line because I have several copies of the ESV Thin Line, and this Bible is significantly larger than the ESV Thin Line. So then I thought, well, maybe it's the ESV Classic Reference Edition. So I pulled that out, but even as I was doing that, I realized, no, it doesn't have cross-references. The ESV Classic Reference Edition is has center column cross-references in it. So I'm like, it's not the Thin Line, it's not the center column reference. What is this Bible? And I started flipping through it and I was like, man, I really like the paper, I really like the design, and then it hit me, wait, this is the Thin Line, it's just slightly different. I'm going to do an overhead here and show you this in a moment, but they basically did a wide margin, a slight wide margin version of the ESV Thin Line, including margins in the interior gutter. This Bible turned out fantastic. And as I've flipped through it the last few days, done a couple of days of Bible reading with it, I really love this Bible. And yes, because it's from the Anglican Church and they have the Apocrypha in their daily readings from the Book of Common Prayer, they added the Apocrypha at the back of the Bible. So you get the Old Testament, the New Testament, and then the Apocrypha. It turned out so great. It's a beautiful Bible. And I forgot to mention the best part. It's less than $40. It's under $40 right now on their website. I think if you go the day that I'm recording this, it's under $35 for this beautiful, beautiful Bible. So many reasons to love this, and I'm going to show them to you now. I'm going to do an overhead. Before we dive in, hit the like button for me, subscribe to the channel. This is the ESV Bible with Apocrypha from Anglican Liturgy Press. So this did not come with a box or anything, it was just shrink wrapped, but it looks really nice. Look at that, you can see it says Holy Bible on the cover. Look at these little accents there. It's like a little fleur-de-lis in each corner going all the way around. You can see them in there. It does come with 4 really beautiful golden yellow ribbons designed to be used for the 4 daily readings from the Book of Common Prayer. It's got a gold gilding on the page edges. This is a bonded leather overboard. Has a nice little texture to it. You see all that little grain in there on the spine. It really pops. Holy Bible with Apocrypha. Oh, look at all that gold in there. The crosses, English Standard Version, and then at the very bottom, ALP, Anglican Liturgy Press. Now, as far as the size of this goes, it is at the text block 6 1/4 inches wide, 8 3/4 inches tall, and it's about 1.5 inches thick right at it. The page size matches their Book of Common Prayer. So you can literally have this side by side with the Book of Common Prayer. They will stack together nicely. They look really, really sharp. Now you can see why when I saw this, look at how thick that is. I'm going to bring in the ESV Thin Line from Crossway. It's nearly twice as thick. It's actually wider and it's a hair taller. So you can see why, as I was familiar with the Thin Line, I recognized, okay, this is definitely not a Thin Line. And then if I bring in one of their copies, this is again that 400th anniversary edition of the Classic Reference Edition, it's a little bit taller than that and not quite as wide as that. So opening this one up just so you can see it. This is the classic reference edition, so it's the 2-column, center column references. This is the one that Allen based their New Classic Readers edition on. It's a bigger version of this. Great, great Bible. It's kind of the classic ESV design from Crossway. I believe it was their first Bible ever was that design. But so this is like that. Now when I open this up, nice little synthetic in sheets. It's a paste down liner. It does have a Smythe sewn binding, so it's going to hold up well. It's going to be durable. Then you get into this beautiful paper. It says ESV Holy Bible with Apocrypha. Title page there. Here's all of your copyright information. So the first thing I did was I looked in here and it says ESV Bible with Apocrypha. It does not say thin line. It does not say Classic Reference Edition, those sorts of things. Published by Anglican House Publishers in California. Then down here at the very bottom we have the information about printed in Italy by L.E.G.O. That's exactly what we like to see, a really great printer. Table of contents, the ESV forward, everything that you would expect to be in here. And then even as I'm turning the pages, there's like a thickness to it. And it's not like it doesn't have like that sheen on it. It's got a little bit of a grit to it, which I really like. It's a nice texture. There you go. Classic design. It has an 8-point typeface, 2-column text, and you get all of your textual footnotes there at the bottom of the page. So when I'm looking at this, I'm thinking, oh, that looks like a thin line typeface. There's not any cross references or anything like that, but I've clearly compared it to the thin line and realized it's a significantly larger Bible. But then it occurred to me. So I'm going to go here, page 167. If I go in the thin line to page 167, you're going to see, look at that. Move it over here for you. Exactly the same. Deuteronomy 26, Deuteronomy 26. Same text, same footnotes at the bottom, miscellaneous laws, exact same text block. What you're noticing is there's about an extra 1/4 of an inch in the margin up there, a little bit more margin at the top, and then a significantly, probably another 1/2 inch of margin on the inside of the page. So look at that. When you're opening this up, even on the front of the Bible, the gutter doesn't have any text in it. It pushes it all the way out from the gutter. So that's what I'm saying. It's like a small wide margin ESV thin line, and it's thicker because this is 50 GSM paper. Really lovely texture. You can see just a faint bit of show through ghosting on that page, but not very much at all. And then you add in the fact that it has the Apocrypha at the end of the Bible. So yeah, it's based on the ESV thin line, but it's got a little bit of extra margin space on the outside and the inside and a hair more at the top. Very, very classic design. I've always been a fan of this typesetting, and I think all of the bells and whistles of this Bible really turned out very nicely. So let me show you the Apocrypha. We get to Revelation ends on page 1042. So they do the entire Bible, Old and New Testament, the Protestant canon, and then they add the Apocrypha at the back. So here we have a foreword to the Apocrypha from the Anglican, from the Anglican Liturgy Press folks, where it talks about how the Apocrypha is not strictly speaking part of the canonical scriptures of the Holy Bible. That's the Anglican view of that. So that's why they've chosen to separate it here at the back of the book. But it is part of the lectionaries that they read from the Church of England and the Book of Common Prayer. So little note about that. They have a separate preface to the ESV Apocrypha, and then we get into it. So it starts with Tobit and goes all the way through what was the last one? 4 Maccabees. So you get a pretty big list of the deuterocanonical books. You get some blank sheets in here if you wanted to take some note. That's that nice textured kind of 50 GSM paper, and then back to the back of the Bible. Overall, it just, again, as I spend time with this, I love a great hardcover Bible. This one is beautifully done. The paper is fantastic. That extra margin space really makes a lot of sense to me. I really like it. This Bible draws me in a really unique way. I love the gold ribbons. Just a very, very nice touch here. And this Bible turned out absolutely beautiful. So there you have it. That's the ESV Bible with Apocrypha. Is that not a beautiful addition? Just all of the little things that they did to this Bible make it add up to such a cool edition of the ESV. I absolutely love this. If you'd like to pick up a copy for yourself, I will drop a link in the video description to the Anglican Liturgy Press website where you can order one of these. If you have questions about this Bible, please drop those in the comments and I will get back to you with a response. As you can probably tell, this is a very photogenic Bible. So I'm going to take some photos of it. I'm going to post it on Instagram and Facebook, so please come find me on social media and say hello. And once again, before you go, hit that like button for me. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Definitely surf around and check out more Bible reviews, fun Bible content that I have here on YouTube. Thank you to Anglican Liturgy Press for sending me this. I had no idea that it existed, and I'm so glad to add it to my Bible library. And thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.